are fathers often barely older than their sons?
Barely.
And when I say barely older, they can be only a day older than their son.
In the insect world.
It's got to be...
No, I'm talking about humans.
Humans?
Yeah.
Oh.
Sounds
Possible.
Adoptions.
adoptions. And there is a country in which 98% of all adoptions are of adults, not of children. In which country?
Japan.
And it begins with J, and it is Japan.
Japan.
And in Japan, it is very traditional to adopt an adult young man, aged between 25 and 30 is roughly the average.
So if you got to find one without parents, presumably, you would have found one
No,
without children, but
oddly enough, you, as it were, adopt them from their own real parents. Because you're rich and successful.
It's
And
called stealing.
The reason... It sort of is.
It's the
but
transfer system.
It's a transfer.
It
is basically an open market transfer system.
Yeah, it's like the Premier League.
Yeah, and it is for the same reason. It's business. If your own son is a bit of a clod, and I'm afraid it is a male business, this,
Yes.
and you run a business, and you want it to stay a family business, what you tend to do is adopt a young man who is very bright, and you'll probably marry him to your daughter. There is a saying, you can't choose your son, but you can choose your son-in-law.
You can adopt somebody, make them your son, and then marry them to your
Yes,
daughter?
I know.
Isn't there something...
I know it's weird. That is the Japanese way.
Wow.
And-
that would
and-
take off in Norfolk.
So, for example, the current chairman of Suzuki, one of the largest corporations in Japan, is the fourth adopted son to have run the company. So he is a Suzuki. That's to say his father was someone who was adopted by someone who was adopted by someone who was adopted by a Suzuki. And they're not blood related, but they've become the adopted child. But there you are. So only 2% of adoptees in Japan are infants.
Right.
Only 2. The rest, 98%, are males.
All males.
All males.
So-
And they're there for that reason, to continue
The line.
That's ongoing.
It's ongoing to this day, yes, absolutely.